All right, 8th or 7th graders, lesson 80, transformations. We're going to be working with congruent shapes. So here's a triangle. They are exactly the same size and shape, but what we're going to be doing is we're going to be turning them in different directions. So they might look a little different, but they are going to be exactly congruent. And we're going to learn about the different types of position changes we can do. One of them is to flip. So if I had a triangle that looked like this and I wanted to move this around and get it into another direction, I would do that. So if I were to take this and flip it, that's usually the symbol that we see, then the image would look like that. So that is a flip that we're using there. Another type of transformation is what we call the slide. I had an object like that. A slide is going to be moving just that one image and moving it somewhere. So if I were to slide this blue triangle up over here, head this direction, I didn't rotate it or flip it or turn it anyway, I just moved it to a new spot. That's called a slide. The third option here is a rotation or a turn, and that would be you need to pick one of the corners, and that corner is going to stay in the exact same spot, and the others are not. So in this case, this object, oops, if I can get it to turn here, and it's not doing that for me. Well, in any case, we would get it to rotate like a clock a certain number of degrees. So if we take this image and I'm going to rotate it around this corner right here, that axis, so that corner is going to have to stay the same. My new one, this side right here, is going to all of a sudden tip up. So it's going to look like this. So I've kept one of the corners in the exact same spot. And again, this is called a turn. We also commonly call it a rotation. So to do this, we are often going to use a coordinate plane. So here we have a coordinate plane, and let's see here. First one, we've got an object that ends up there, and we want to connect those dots as best we could. We want to reflect it across the y-axis here. So the way that we do that is we go ahead and say, okay, this dot is 2 away from the line, so my new dot has to be 2 away from the line over here. This dot is 2 up and 2 over, so my new dot should be 2 up and 2 over. So put that right there. And this dot here is 2 up and 4 over, so I'll do the same. 2 up and 4 over be right there. And now I can go ahead and connect those dots. And the way we name these corners is we do that by saying this is A and this is B and this is C. And in the new one, we don't call it ABC, but we put a little symbol up there meaning A prime, B prime, and C prime. Oops. That's double prime. Just one little line there. And if I were to make another exact replica somewhere else on here, then I would call them double prime and triple prime. So that's how we can reflect it across the y-axis here. Alright, let's get in here, example 1. Here is our coordinate plane again, and they're asking us to take, this figure here, a triangle. Let's see, it's T, R, and S, and they want us to flip it across the x-axis this time, so across this axis here. So let's do that. One down. Let's see, R is 3, 4, and 3, so that'll be right here. Nope, that's wrong. Erase that there. Too many positions there. Right there and there. Connect them, and again, this is S here, so S prime is here. This would be R up over here, R prime, and T prime, and they want to know what would be those new coordinates. So R prime, S prime, and T prime. What would their coordinates be? Well, R is right here. It's over 4 and down 3. So 4, -3. Let's see, S is over 4 down 1, so it'll be 4, -1, and T is over 1 down 1, so T will be 1, -1. So those are the coordinates of that new figure. Alright, here in the next example, we've got this figure here, quadrilateral, and we want to slide it 6 units to the right and 2 units down. So that means we go from every corner, we go 6 units to the right and 2 units down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. So I'm going to put a dot right there and that'll be J prime. Alright, next is M, so we move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. So that'll go right there, and that is M prime. K here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. So down there at 5, -3. That'll be the new K prime. And L here, L will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. So 1, -3. And that'll be L prime. So now I can go ahead and draw the lines between all of those. And now I did a slide. I moved the figure. I didn't rotate it or flip it. I just slid it over 6 spaces and down 2. Alright, and in example 3 here, we're going to do a rotation. So we have PQR here, and they want us to rotate it about the center, so about this right here. So that's going to be our point of rotation. Okay? So we're going to move everything 90 degrees counterclockwise about the origin. So one way to do this is to put a piece of paper over top of this and trace it. And then go ahead and rotate the paper, keeping one finger here in the middle, rotating around the outside, then that way. So again, you can put a piece of paper here in the middle, rotate around the outside that way. So for some of us, we're able to do this just by looking at it. We know it's rotated 90 degrees. The R is going to end up over here. This Q is going to head up that direction. This bottom part is 2 down here, so I need to have it 2 high right here. Put it there. And P is going to go way down over here. It's up above the Q. It's up 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. We put that there. And now we can go ahead and draw the lines. And we can say this is P prime, this is Q prime, and this is R prime. And to give those coordinates, P prime, Q prime, R prime, P here would be -4 up 3, so -4, +3. Q is -1, +3, so -1, +3. And R is -1, +1, so -1, +1. We've given those coordinates. That's usually the most difficult one, is doing a rotation. If you're having a hard time doing it in your mind, moving it around again, use a piece of paper or transparency or something over top of it, trace it, and again, the key is to know what you're rotating around. Are you rotating around the point, or in this case, the book oftentimes rotates it around the origin for us. That's it for today. You can get started on your lesson, 7th graders.